Jermaine. Hi, Coach.
Pleasure to meet you, Mike.
Very pleasure to meet you,
Yes,
too.
please.
Get the preliminaries out of the way. There's that.
There you go.
Hope things are well with you today.
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Looking forward to the weekend.
As are we all, I think. I was very interested to hear some of your comments about, I was reading on your website, they talked about that you held some focus groups in earlier this spring to get some community input on the new facility that you're building, a new cancer center and outpatient clinic. So I was kind of curious to hear what, no, that's it, huh?
That's the project.
Kind of interested to hear what the community vision was for this. I'm sure you have, I saw you had a new CFO as of the spring, and so I'm sure everybody has their own ideas, but I was curious what the community thought this ought to be.
Well, I think, you know, an interesting story, when we were first acquired by the Health System about 12 years ago, Hinsdale Hospital was our biggest competitor. And then all of a sudden, with one financial transaction, they were our sister hospital. So 12 years ago, we had two good community hospitals in our market area, Hinsdale and LaGrange. 12 years later, we still have two good community hospitals. So what we're looking to do, and the reason for what we call the Ogden Avenue project, is to build a state-of-the-art imaging and radiation oncology and medical oncology center, cancer center. So the parcel of land that we've acquired there on Ogden and 294 is the site where we're going to be putting that center. It's our opportunity, and within our Adventist Midwest region, we don't have a tertiary care facility.
Oh, okay.
And so it's important that through Hinsdale Hospital and through this project, we start to build that tertiary level of care, and cancer is the area that we've kind of focused on.
Very good. Our company is attending a conference in about a month that is called Community Hospital 100, and it's interesting, it focuses on that market, which obviously, as you know, has become an incredibly large market.
Is that North Phoenix?
That, I would agree, yeah, I can appreciate that. By the way, I saw on your website where you have these health videos, and I probably should look at the one on obesity a little bit, but anyway, we'll leave that to me, I guess. But
we have far worse in the house.
I can appreciate that. I was curious as to how the mission statement is very well defined, and I was curious how the various points of your mission statements how do you see those being carried out in this new project?
Well, you know, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, when it was formed back in the 19th century, was really focused on that bridge between Christian mission and health, and roots go all the way back to Battle Creek, Michigan area. And so, really, for the health system, we like to be obviously leading edge in terms of the care of individuals who have health conditions. But along with that comes a lot of focus on preventative medicine, healthful living. We have a hospital down in Florida, Celebration Hospital, it's associated with Disney, that focuses a lot on what we can do to build healthier communities. And so it's another reason why when we talk with communities, we talk about what I'll call the end or the disease management side of it. That you probably picked this up through the website, that there's also then a real focus on what can the general population do proactively to achieve, maintain, and sustain a healthy lifestyle.
I was really pleased to see you're actually offering at the end of this month, I think, a free concussion program for folks to bring their young kids or, you know, whatever, sports related, just so people can learn more about concussions, what causes them, care, those sort of things. So
I have to look at the website.
It's a very good one, actually.
Good, thank you.
I know your time is very limited, and I really appreciate you taking time to meet with us. I just wanted to let you know very quickly that, you know, while we are a full-service MEP firm, as you know, we do have specialties in technology design and lighting design, and we recognize as a 25-person firm, there are limitations to what we can do in projects given their scope or size. But we think those are two areas in which we're not nearly so limited in the services we can provide. So we're anxious to continue building some relationship with you. We're all about building relationships, not projects. And so if at all possible, I'd like to talk with your assistant about perhaps rescheduling a time when I can bring the owner of our company here, and
Absolutely.
talk with you in more detail. But in the absence of that, I'll leave you a little bit of information here that you can look
Great.
at your leisure, and they'll direct you to our website as well. So
Talk
if
to
there are
me
any
for just
additional
talk
things.
to me for just a minute about how you go about establishing that partnership.
It's a really good question. It's one that we have worked very, very hard on. Primarily what we try to do is, what we've tried to do here is try to learn a little bit more about you, so that ultimately anything that we provide in the way of services are directed exactly at what you want. As you know, your time is money, and money is very short. So we need to make sure that what we know about you is accurate, so that anything that we suggest is not wasting your time and it's moving the projects forward. We recognize you're answering to an awful lot of people, so it's really important to us that we know you as well as we possibly can. So we typically, that's why I mentioned the focus groups early on, we try to have those kinds of activities with your permission, of course, with your staff, with the folks who are going to be the end users. See what we can learn. Perhaps we can help you learn something new too.
You know, if you would, I'll be more than happy to set that up. Would you send me maybe a list of some clients that you've had a longer-term relationship with? I might be interested in talking with some of those a little bit. I, like you, feel that, you know, at least from my perspective, I can deal with different architects or construction management firms or construction managers, but I like to make sure that on the MEP side, when we're doing projects, we're considering the whole. I've had some experiences where we've kind of stolen from Peter to pay Paul, and then later on found out that we had a problem that I think with a good MEP relationship or partnership we can avoid it. So, great. Well, thank you. I look
Thank you
forward
very
to
much. It
doing
was a
more.
great opportunity to meet
Thank
you.
you.
We'll look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Thanks so much.